In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
What he's done to the black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that. Super predators was his name.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
What he's done to the black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that.
This is a very sharp president.
This is a man that's on his game.
President Biden is absolutely fit.
There's not a problem.
We can provide paid sick leave for all workers, so workers don't have to leave work to be fired in order when they get sick to be able to continue to live.
Something the special counsel said in his report is that one of the reasons you were not charged is because, in his description, you are a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. Well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory.
In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted? And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
There's no doubt in my mind that the president is mentally fit for office.
Biden has proven himself to have a strong memory.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Where am I?
Right here, sir.
I'm right here.
Okay, here's the boss. Let's go over here. Okay, once you turn around to your right.
Hey, folks, how are you? In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted? We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. The CDC is saying they have concluded that fully vaccinated people are at a very, very low risk of getting COVID-19.
The Queen of Denmark has tested positive to COVID shortly after attending Queen Elizabeth's funeral in London. It's the second positive diagnosis for Queen Margrethe, who also contracted the virus in February, despite 3 vaccines for COVID.
In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
I'm not going to spend all night with you talking about the last 90 minutes when I've been watching the last 3.5 years of performance.
You don't turn your back because of one performance. What kind of party does that?
A group from the South Pacific, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Australia. I already mentioned Australia. I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
His mental acuity is great.
Is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
We're going to see the burden and the cost. We're going to increase 50. We're going to make sure not prevailing wage. We can't mandate that. You guys, by the way, I said inside. We've been doing everything we can do to keep Biden from being the nominee, and guess what? We tried it in Iraq. It's not working, so now we're going to try, in Iran. Excuse me. We tried in Ukraine.
With Joe Biden, things can get weird fast. Have a look at this and watch the way other world leaders jump in to save Biden and act like what he's doing here is perfectly normal. There's Ursula von der Leyen, there's Macron, there's Rishi Sunak, there's Maloney wrangling him back into line. No, 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 it's all good, Mr. President. Just look this way, perfectly normal. Yep, chuck on those sunnies.
In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted? I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be Vice President, but I think she was not qualified to be President. In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
We choose truth over facts.